The first step in planning a skyline photo shoot in a city is trying to assess the potential that a city has for such kind of photos. For example, with Bangkok, an easy thing to do is just to use Google and Google for the Bangkok skyline, and under images you'll directly see a set of photos showing the Bangkok skyline. Those photos already give you an idea, if you haven't been to the city, if there is potential. And for Bangkok, although there are none of those very iconic shots which you might have, for example, in Hong Kong or Kuala Lumpur with the Petronas Towers, those are iconic and everybody will focus on those subjects. With Bangkok, the skyline is much more diverse, I'd say. So there are many high-rise buildings and there's a lot of potential, as you can see here in those photos. But there's not this one photo which everybody will photograph. So this is both good, but it also makes it more difficult to find the views. My first step before I traveled to Bangkok was just checking the potential, and I saw that it has a very spectacular skyline with many skyscrapers, many interesting buildings. Now, looking at those photos, it's hard to tell where those buildings are and from where they were taken. For example, if we scroll down here, we see a very reminiscent building, which also occurs in some other photos. For example, if we scroll down here, there's one high building jutting out down here. And yeah, this building looks very characteristic. It also looks very high. So if I want to find out where this building is, one thing I can do is, in the next step, just to Google for Bangkok's tallest buildings. And now we see here a few ones, and here already the second one, the Bayoki Tower. If we click on it, this looks to be the building which we saw here in those photos, because it's very characteristic. Now, if I want to see where it is, I go over to Google and I just insert the name of this building. And when I zoom out, I see the area where it is. Now, I can also look at some other high buildings, because for a real skyline photo, what I want to have in the photo is many high buildings. So the characteristic skyline is usually made up of the highest buildings of a city, and I can just go through those here. For example, I can also search for the Mahanakhon. So let's just remember that we are in this area. Now we go to the Mahanakhon, and we see also it's a little farther south. So here Bayoki Tower, Mahanakhon. And if I search for additional buildings in those list of highest buildings, I will find a lot of them in this area. And also if I now go to the satellite view and I zoom in, I can also see that in fact, yeah, this area contains many high buildings, as well as also this area here. Now, for a skyline photo, you also not only need the skyline you want to photograph. Another thing you need is the viewpoint from which you can photograph it. For some cities, that's easy. If they're surrounded by some kind of hills or mountains, you can just try to climb those. For example, in Hong Kong, this is possible. There are many viewpoints where you look down on the city, but Bangkok is relatively flat. So the only chance I had to photograph the skyline was also finding a building high enough to look down on the skyline. So that's the next objective. And for some cities, you can just use Google Earth for that. For example, here in Hong Kong, in Google Earth, you have a very nice 3D model of the city, and you can just fly around and see how the skyline looks from different viewpoints. This makes it very easy to find buildings or viewpoints which give you the view you envision for your photo. With Bangkok, this is not yet possible because there are not those 3D models available. So you just, like here on Google Maps, have a relatively flat view. So if you zoom in on the areas, there will not be a 3D view, but you can still judge by the shadows where the high buildings are. For example, here, the embassy, or other buildings in this area pretty high. And also what we found over here around the Bayoki Tower and in this area, we have quite some high buildings here in this central area of Bangkok. So the question now is, if I want to photograph in the direction of the Mahanakhon or Bayoki Tower, I want to photograph, for example, for sunset. I know the sunset's in this direction, so in the west. So I would need to find a high building in the eastern direction of the view I want to photograph, which basically tells me I need to look here in this area, roughly. So around Sukhumvit, for example, which I also know by looking just here at the shadows has many high-rise buildings. So this would be a good way to continue my search. Now looking for a hotel or an Airbnb in this area inside of a high building. Question now is which high building? So what you can do, you can zoom in and try to see if you can identify buildings that have a terrace on top or a pool. The thing is, either one will usually work because those are areas which you can access if you're a guest or if you stay in such a hotel. The thing is, if you find a pool, like here, for example, this is usually, or here, much more visible in Google Maps. So you can be sure that this is an area you can access. With terraces, sometimes the resolution of those maps is not good enough to really tell you if that's a terrace or if it's just some private area on top of a building. So that's why if you find a pool, then this is usually a good indication that there's some area you can access and it stands out. So those are easy to spot. So basically, you go along here and look at different buildings and try to find out where you could potentially find a photo spot. You can also Google for rooftop bars and you'll certainly find a few for Bangkok. But whatever way you go about this search, the next step is you'll narrow down your search to an area where you want to find an apartment or a hotel inside of one of those high buildings. So the question now is, how do you find it? What you can do is you can use Airbnb or Booking and just search for hotels within that area. For example, if I go to Airbnb for Bangkok and scroll around, I directly see some of those will have or feature the views that are on the rooftop, for example, this here. This would be something just telling or judging by this photo, I'd investigate and figure out where it is. But what I can also do, if I know which area I'm interested in, I can just zoom in a bit and then limit my search to this area. And then again, I get the photos and I will again look for photos. For example, here we have one, seems to be a rooftop pool with a view, but that's not high enough. So I just go through the images and I really also need to then scroll through the different images. So typically on Airbnb, the listings focus a lot on the apartment itself, but there are usually also some images of the hotel in general. So for this one, not so much. For this one, it directly starts with a photo. Also this one, but it's the same. So this view, it's not high enough. I can already tell it by this photo. So I really need to go through hundreds of listings, hundreds of photos. For example, this photo here, this looks interesting. So we seem to have a pool very high up with an unobstructed view of the city, but it's not in the direction it seems I had scouted before. So the Bangkok Tower, for example, is not in it. So it's a potential candidate, but not ideal yet. So I really go through all the listings I find, and you see there are a lot of listings, even though I just am looking at this small area. And I will do the same also for booking.com and for other areas. And again, you see here we have photos of the buildings, photos that give me an idea if there might be a view. And I try to then, based on the apartments I find and the views they show in their images, narrow my search down to maybe 2 or 3 candidates. And then once I have identified those, I'll try to reach out to the hosts, to the hotels, and ask them about those views which I saw in the photo, if they are publicly accessible for the guests, what are the opening times, because sunset is typically around 6 in the Bangkok area, at least when I was there, and also sunrise on the other hand also. I want to make sure that I can get into those areas, because there are hotels that close off those pool or terrace areas at the top already an hour before sunset, or only open up at 9 in the morning, and then I can't get in there to take a photo. So that's also important. So this is part of the planning, trying to talk to the hosts and figure out what's possible in terms of getting to those viewpoints. And they can also maybe provide me with additional photos of those places. Now, this is all part of the virtual scouting. And as I said, if you have something like here in Hong Kong, virtual scouting is very easy because you can just use the 3D presentation here on Google Earth. But with Bangkok, in the end, I found a very good view by just looking through the photos on Airbnb. Now comes the next part. The planning is done. I book my stay and then I arrive there and I have to do the real scouting. So really figuring out if what I've seen with Google Maps, Google Earth and all the images really is what I was envisioning before, because those photos typically don't show the final view which I photographed. For example, I hadn't seen a photo like this before, showing this view. Here we have the Bangkok Tower and the other high-rise buildings. I just had some very small glimpses, maybe an image showing just a bit of this area, a bit of that. So the typical cell phone photos that people would take when they're on the terrace, but not a professional grade photo where I could be 100% sure that this photo works. It's also an important thing based on the photos I see on the internet. When were they taken? If they were taken like 3 or 4 years ago, it's possible that a new building is suddenly in front of the view. I had this when I was in Kuala Lumpur. I was searching for a similar place with a nice view and I looked at the photos, found it, but then when I went to Google Maps, I saw there's now a new higher building right in front. So then you have a pool which had a view like 3 years ago, but now you're just looking at a wall. So this is also something to keep in mind. Typically what you see on Google is quite accurate. So you will even see some constructions. For some cities, those views are a little more outdated. For others, they are newer, but still make sure to not expect too much when you arrive there. The planning is good. It gives you a first idea, but you always have to be prepared that it will not work out. And then you also have to have alternatives. So for Bangkok, for example, I knew that aside from capturing the skyline, I also wanted to explore the city because it has so much to offer. So there were, even if I wouldn't have been able to take the skyline photos, other places where I could have made interesting photos of the city. So that's also important. Always plan in some additional photos. But in this case, it worked out. I stayed in an apartment in the high-rise building, which I identified for 5 days. And I went up there every evening to photograph the scenery, because in Bangkok you often have some kind of hazy conditions. So a sunset like I photographed in the final photo didn't happen every day. It just happened one night where it was a little cooler, the air was cleaner, and I got a nice golden sunset. The other evenings was a lot more hazy, but can also use such hazy conditions when you stay long after sunset. Then the city will illuminate the haze and you get a beautiful glow like you see in this photo. So that's basically how I came up with the plan for the Bangkok photo.